Let's talk about whether New Year's resolutions are trash. I don't think New Year's resolutions are trash. I think the only thing that is trash is your discipline and your focus, baby. Those are the only things that are trash, because New Year's resolutions is just like writing a goal of what exactly you want to do in your life, and it's not left to you to either do it or not. So when people say New Year's resolutions are trash, I feel like they are mistaken. The only thing that needs to be worked on is your consistency, your discipline, and you can also decide to say that those would be your You can also decide that those will be your New Year's resolutions, and because you are not consistent or disciplined, it won't work. You won't do it. Is it okay for people to wait for a new year to start revamping their lives? I don't see any problem with that, if that is what you decide to do. But the only thing is that can be a time waster, especially depending on when it's being done. So say you are meant to start a new project June, and you started in June, and you faced some obstacles, and you just decided you faced some obstacles, and those obstacles drove you to a place of quitting, and you're like, okay, next year I'll start again. January I'll start, because January comes with energy, January comes with positivity, with motivation, and that is a big lie. As people, we should seek for motivation, positivity in any month at all we are in. And I think it's delusional for us to think that we need to wait till January to start again. I feel like you can start again anytime. What I'm saying is not that New Year's resolutions are trash. I'm just saying that your mindset around where new beginnings can start is what needs to be changed, and you need to work on your consistency and discipline. So instead of writing that, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, you write like 100 things that you want to do in the new year. Why not pick one thing and do it very, very well? And I think one thing I did very, very well habitually, that has become a habit, because there's this scientific thing that if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. Your brain has been trained to anticipate that you're meant to do this thing. And like I said in my previous episodes, those things are praying, studying the Bible, and journaling. Journaling most especially, right? Journaling is one habit I picked up. It's one thing I did with discipline, with zero motivation from the outside, and with consistency in the year 2025. So decide to instead work on your consistency, on your discipline, rather than saying that I'm not going to make New Year resolutions, because New Year resolutions are trash. Remember what I said at the beginning, what is trash is your consistency and your discipline. So decide that whatever, as I'm going through January, maybe first week I went to the gym, because the gym is packed. By the third week of January, when the gym is no longer packed, people's motivation have gone back to zero. The new year is no longer exciting as it is. That is where the real work starts. Because even with starting this podcast and saying I'm going to bet on myself, the first time I recorded my first episode, I was like filled with so much excitement, motivation, like let's do this. And just yesterday, I was filled with so much, I was crippled a little bit, because I was like, would this work? Would this not work? Should I still do it? Should I not do it? Should I be betting on myself again? Because what is betting on yourself like? You start experiencing a lot of doubt, a lot of, back and forth about what that at some point in your life you really wanted to do. What makes the difference, and I know it's a big cliche, is to work on your consistency. Even when those emotions are not there, even when those motivations are not there, it's to say that, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to do it today anyways. So your plan won't work unless you do the work. I have that as my, laptop's wallpaper. Picked it from Pinterest this year. Your plan won't work unless you do the work. And whatever you repeat, you master. If you repeat inconsistency, you become a master of it. If you repeat not being disciplined, you become a master of it. If you say that you're going to do something today and you don't do it, you further reinforce the fact that you cannot be trusted. Not by any other person, but by yourself. You further say, I am not capable of doing what I'm meant to do. There is so much joy, so much, peace that comes with finally doing what you are meant to do. So instead of saying, New Year's resolutions are trash, it is your mindset that needs to be worked on. It is saying that every day, I'm going to read 5 minutes a day. And you set the alarm for it. And once that alarm rings, you do the thing. Yes, your brain is shouting, don't. We're tired today, making a lot of excuses. We're tired today. We are weak today. We cannot do this. The difference from who becomes intellectually great and the person that is not is that the other person repeatedly read. The other person repeatedly opened the book. That's the difference. Your consistency, your discipline is what needs to be worked on. And remember, I am always rooting for you. This is Ordinary the podcast. You can subscribe, share, listen, send it to someone that might need these words of wisdom in their lives. And the question I'll be asking you today is, how is your 2026 going already? Are you facing any form of doubt or, holding back? Are you facing any form of fear? If you are, how are you trying to, navigate that? I would love to hear from you. Where you can contact me would be in the podcast show note. Bye.